I see a common mindset among high-performing corporate professionals. They view the job as the asset to be prized. Makes sense though, right? They covet being at the prestigious firm, earning that fancy title, or getting a large paycheck and all the fancy stock options that come with it. But viewing the job as the asset has its costs, whether that's your health, the level of fulfillment you feel, or your family relationships. All those things can take a big hit when you view your job or your career path as the prized asset. And for those I work with, they eventually start to crave entrepreneurial freedom where they have a say of what they're doing, controlling their time, doing work they love, having a business of their own that leverages their unique genius. But they feel stuck. They don't know where to go. Understandable, because they've got this amazing job, this prized asset that they've created for themselves. Luckily, these very people are ridiculously well positioned, and you might be one of them. And we don't need to give up that safe paycheck anytime soon. Instead of treating your job like the asset, I want you to treat yourself as the prized asset. Make yourself the core of your future. Invest like crazy. And frankly, learn to make your employer your investor. Keep listening. Welcome to Uncage Yourself. I'm Matt Doan. On this show, we explore strategies to help family-focused professionals smartly graduate corporate life and build entrepreneurial freedom. Our goal? Maximize freedom, income, and impact. See MatthewDoan.com for more. Now, let's dive in. The years have zoomed by for you. You've been climbing. Promotions, fatter paychecks, all those big goals achieved out there in the external world, right? Out there in corporate. You've got the credentials, but inside, something's missing, isn't it? You cringe when you look at your calendar, just more meetings, emails, busy work. Frankly, this is not the life you dreamed of. You hate to admit that, but it's true. Inside, you want to make a difference, leave a legacy, wake up excited. You want to pursue your passion, spend time with your loved ones, just like you always preach, but you don't actually do. You want to turn your dormant genius into a thriving business, something that actually makes a difference out there in the world, helps people you give a damn about. Ultimately, yeah, it's true. You want to exit the rat race. You want to stop being a rat in this race. And that's a choice. You know it is. It's not something people are compelling you to do. You're willingly choosing it. So you've got these handcuffs binding you, and you know that you can unlock them, but you don't know how. You dream of entrepreneurial freedom, of taking your genius, turning it into a business, helping people you care about, creating a lifestyle for you and your family that feels amazing while doing good in this world. Now, here's the key. You've got a great job, right? Great paycheck, great compensation, a lot of good benefits. All that said, the trick is to not throw it away prematurely. Don't run too quickly. Instead, flip the script. No longer is the job the asset to be prized. No, you are turning that inward. You are the asset. And what you're going to do is learn to make your employer your investor, just as though they were a venture capital company and they were putting seed money into an up-and-coming business that's going to have huge ROI in the future. You are that new company, and they are going to invest in you. And it's going to work out well for them in the process. Stay with me. So when you make your employer your investor, realize first and foremost, this is an emotional and mental shift that you pair with real-world actions. It's a power move to accelerate you towards your corporate graduation that we often talk about. But we do this smartly, methodically. You've got a family, a deluxe lifestyle to care for. You can't do anything brash and stupid. Yes, we should absolutely be grateful for many parts of corporate life. Employers enabled you to build this financial foundation, create marketable skills and a solid reputation, create a life for your family, a solid foundation. But you must stop seeing your company as the warden that's limiting what's possible, that it's Big Brother saying, stay here, you can't go anywhere else. We can't let them do that to us. Instead, I want you to see them as your investors in your success, and realize that you are the asset, right? Hey, are you done with corporate life? Are you ready to leverage your success and finally build entrepreneurial freedom? If so, check out uncagedworkshop.com for my secret guide on smartly graduating corporate and building a business you love. It's a short training video that could forever change how you experience work and life. Head to uncagedworkshop.com or see the link in the show notes. Now, back to the show. Investors want ROI from their asset. They put money and time and energy into the asset, which is you, and they want to see return on investment. They want to see you succeed. They want to see you help bring them gains. Totally makes sense. And you can do this where the company's getting benefit and you and your future self are getting benefit at the same time. So we need to start prioritizing your own potential, giving everything you can. And I want you to squeeze every ounce of juice from the corporate lemon. I want you to be efficient, but extract maximum gain while you're there. Because your company, they don't know it, but they are funding your future self. Yes, they are investing in you, paying in you so that you do good work for them. That's a no-brainer. You have to be ethical. We're not going to do anything crazy like that. You're going to do good work, the essential work. At the same time, they're funding your future self. So I want you to get very careful about how you show up at work. When your employer is your investor, we need to take extreme control. I want you to boldly cut any sort of extras and tighten the boundaries at work. You are the asset, not their prisoner. Just because they're paying you doesn't mean that you do everything they ask of you. I want you to leverage their investment in you. Again, they're propping you up with relationships, skills, financing. It's fuel for your future. So think about it this way. There are 3 big steps to go through to make this shift when you start to make your employer your investor. Number 1, build a liberated mindset. This is where you are installing healthy beliefs using daily mental conditioning, whether that's journaling, self-talk, affirmations, talking to your coach, where you are saying, you know what? It can't hurt me. An external environment like a job can't touch me. I'm the one in control here. You have to build these beliefs so that you feel mentally and emotionally in control. And just deeply accept that your employer is your investor. View it that way. Talk about it to certain people in your life that you trust in that manner. And realize that all the pressures you've been feeling all these years to deliver and give so much time and energy there, those are mostly self-created stories in your mind. Instead, if you zoom out with that liberated mindset, you just look at all the minions frantically running around inside the workplace. It gets kind of silly, right? And you can start to detach yourself emotionally and feel like you're absolutely in control. I want you to operate with a healthy sense of detachment from the job and create space. You need this space to build your future. So that's number 1, build that liberated mindset so that the environment, the employer can no longer control you. You view it as them investing in you. Number 2, we need a transformational tribe. I want you to find a small set of people in your world that are pulling you forward, mentors, coaches, peers that are going through the same desired transformation that you'd want to go to. So I'll take, for example, my program, Uncaged Life Design. The folks in this world are saying, I am graduating corporate life. I'm going to situate myself amongst people aggressively leaving that world, going through the brave actions, facing their fear to come out on the other side with a business that they love. All those people working together are in the same transformational tribe. They can go through the growing pains together, face their fears together. They can lean on each other through all the ups and downs that will come because you're all on the same journey. So whatever journey you take, I want you to understand that your tribe needs to be curated, absolutely fine-tuned so that you get through the hard times. And when you're with this group, be vulnerable, share your ideas, hold each other accountable, and lift each other up. This is vital. You're making a massive shift when we graduate corporate life and build entrepreneurial freedom. And you've got to maintain laser focus on the ultimate objectives as one. Move forward as one with your tribe. This is so energizing, so focusing. I can't overstate the importance of this. And then the third part of this, when we start to really make our employer our investor, is to take ruthless ownership, where at work, you are clarifying essentials. You are cutting the fat. You are not doing anything that is a nice to have, only must haves, only essentials. So you take extreme ownership of your calendar, your time, your attention. You don't let it be dictated for you. You don't let people just grab time from your calendar. You make them go through hoops. You block it. You make it so that they have to justify why they need your time. And this is politely, diplomatically, of course, but you really, really protect your vital, precious asset of your time, energy, attention. Do things like block deep work time for your most creative stuff, whether it's corporate or entrepreneurial. You cut those aimless distractions that are happening. You take technical measures like putting app blockers on your phone or ditching corporate devices during nights and weekends so that they can't touch your mind and tempt you. These are the big things you need to do as you shift towards making your employer your investor. Again, you've got that liberated mindset. Can't touch me. Number two, I'm with my transformational tribe. All my people going through the same corporate graduation move, getting out of one chapter, building a new chapter together as one. And number three, building that ruthless ownership, taking control, not letting your external world dictate what's possible for you or tell you how to control your time. Yes, there are certain things you must do at work. You want to be ethical, of course, but you've got so much room for tightening that down. So realize when you take these bold steps to make your employer your investor, this is the foundation. You need these things in place. For those that are handcuffed by corporate still, like many of my clients have been, and they're rapidly getting out of that state, we have to start here. Make your employer your investor in your mind. When you close your eyes, can you see them giving you money, resources, opportunities, and you grab it and say, thank you. I'm now investing this in me, the asset. And then you look, turn your head to the future, and you see this wildly beautiful life, entrepreneurial freedom, doing work you love for people you care about, living an amazing life with your family, closer than ever with them, making a difference. Can you see how that transference, that investment from employer to you, and then therefore from you to your future self is everything? All the while, corporate's getting the good parts of you. They're still winning too. It's win-win. You've got to believe that your employer is investing in your dreams. Now, this is a core concept that I work through with all of my clients, and we get to the core of it when we start our journey together. And you might want that too. And we do that through a breakthrough call. You can book one at matthewdoan.com/talk. All my clients come through here. We talk about what it's like to make your employer your investor, take the necessary steps to build that entrepreneurial freedom in your life. So if this is part of your journey and you want to see what that looks like, book a call at matthewdoan.com/talk. That's your jumpstart, just like all my clients. Now, just please realize that you are not beholden to any external environment. You can plug in, do things on your terms. They can win and you can win. It's not you being puppeted around. It's not the way it works anymore. You've done that time. You've built your foundation. Now cash in that political capital. You've got a lot to say, a lot to do. Make your employer your investor. Use that and go build the life you deserve, the business you deserve, something that lights you up, gets you jumping out of bed on a Monday morning. That's why we are here, my friends. Let's get after it. Thanks for listening to Uncage Yourself. Check out matthewdoan.com to subscribe to the podcast and view our services and helpful resources. If you enjoy the show, please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening, or just tell a friend. Talk soon.